generation. I remember way back, you ain't have no swag. You did a little research, now you got a moon bag. Now you got a new walk, now you got new swag. You did a little research, now you got a moon bag. Well, let me show you what the moon bag's like. You take them gains when it gets that high. I mean, the market may dip for a little bit, that's when I hurry up and buy. Me, I just wanna rub them thighs. I like my oatmeal chunky, banana nuts all in it. Shit, you're talking about the blockchain monkeys. It's a solo nation.
Now, when it comes to crypto, we're talking about cold storage. Get your crypto off the exchange and into a cold storage wallet to where only you have access, okay? DCENT wallet link in the description. Now, what is going on, blockchain monkeys? Eagle here, and I want to thank you for coming to my jungle. First of all, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, nor am I professional in blockchain technology, but there is one thing that I absolutely will do, and that's give my opinion. So today, we are going to get into some Coreum news. Ripple XRP, what is happening there? And ladies and gentlemen, regulations are coming in hot, but before we can even get started, I'm going to need you to rub them hands together real vigorously and slide down Twitter. Coming in hot, ladies and gentlemen, we have here Warren Davidson. This is not self-custody. It is permission and conditional. There may be demand for the underlying product, but the principle of self-custody and permissionless peer-to-peer transactions must be preserved and protected by law. Take a listen to Ledger CEO, Pascal.
99% of the cases, there is no collusion that is really possible between the three entities, and the way that this is built, but we've released a lot of content. The way that this is built, you can only only the user can sort of call back the three shards. The only concern really is if we get subpoena by a government to say now, this user specifically, we would like you to, retrieve the three shards, etc. So that's not a real concern in the end, because for several reasons. One, you only get subpoena like this by governments.
Say what you need to say. I am not participating.
If it's a serious act like terrorism, drugs, etc., etc. Like, it's not true that the average person gets subpoenaed every day.
Can I just interrupt there? Coinbase had all their customer data subpoenaed by the IRS.
John Doe.
Yeah, and so they had to supply every customer. Was it over $10,000 or $20,000?
$20,000.
$20,000
over a 3-month rolling period.
And they gave all.
And Coinbase fought back because they wanted to get $3,000.
But Coinbase is a bank. This is not a banking service. Okay, this is very different.
But it's, what I'm saying is the IRS wanted that information. If
there is no information for the IRS on this.
Well, you do have Xbox, but you had them before too on Ledger Live, right?
I mean, there is no real information for the IRS on this, etc. And by the way, again, this is there will be trade-offs in the future. So we're not saying that if you're uncomfortable with this, you can keep your 24 words and keep doing what you're doing today. This doesn't change anything. Okay, doesn't change anything. Doesn't create a backdoor. We can come back on open source, not open source. But in the end, we're a good actor. We don't create backdoors in our users' device. And by the way, if we did, business goes south very quickly.
So, ladies and gentlemen, DCENT cold storage wallet link is in my description. You have here private keys are private. And so by using the code private keys are private, you get 20% off our DCENT hardware wallet and a 2x package. And coming in hot from Layla, we have here governments around the world are regulating crypto, some encouraging adoption and others hurting it. While I don't like regulations, I'm noticing a trend of more blockchains becoming more compliant. You have Coreum Official as an example. Now, it's funny you mentioned Coreum because we got Rize over there coming in hot. So if you've seen this, ladies and gentlemen, coming in hot, NFT Marketplace and Coreum Validator. And you know what? I want to give a huge shout out to Marco for putting me on to this heat. Ladies and gentlemen, we got something special for you. And so we have here, I know some of you people are eagerly awaiting the release of Rize member NFTs, a limited collection of 100 Stelliforms, 3D meditative sculptures that contain unique form, movement, and material compositions, fully interoperable and XR ready. Did I mention they are packed with utility? And peep this part, ladies and gentlemen. Did I mention that the AI tech that comes with these, a DNA string of info that will be used to store information that lets nature communicate with AI through electrical impulses to help AI determine what is good for nature. Oh my goodness. And so a little bit here about what Rize can do to improve the social experience in the Web3 space. We have here designing user-friendly interfaces, implementing gamification, integrating social features, and at number 4, using blockchain technology to provide users with a greater control over their data and ensure transparency in social interaction. Developing token incentives, you have here building community-focused dApps and forums where users can discuss topics of interest and connect with others who share similar interests. And at number 7, collaboration, because that's the name of the game, baby. And now switching topics for a second. Meanwhile, back at the puppet show.
And I think everyone should be prepared for rates going higher from here. You know, if 5% is not enough in Fed funds, I've been advising this to clients and banks, you should be prepared for 6, 7. You should be prepared for on the 10-year bond. And I also feel this way. The Fed doesn't control the 5 or 10-year rates. They control the overnight rate. So while they've been raising the overnight rate, there's still too much liquidity in the system, which is why stocks are high, bond spreads are still around. You all talk about recession, not if reflected in bond spreads. So I think that
we're already in one, bro.
Ticking up, and not to 3.78. I'm talking about 4.25, 4.5, 5, 6, hell, maybe even 7. I would be prepared for higher rates if I were someone. Whether it happens or not, we don't know, but you should be prepared for it.
And coming in hot from Darren Moore, ladies and gentlemen, we have Metaco, who just had a partnership with Ripple for custody for digital assets. Now we have a connection to Temenos. Take a listen.
It looks like BBVA is also working with Metaco. And BBVA, as you know, is a RippleNet investor, as well as a RippleNet user. And they're using Metaco, and they talk about they're using a platform called Metaco Silo with Russia's Gazprom bank, which is currently, right, all the Russian banks are sanctioned right now, but all of the BRICS nations are moving forward digital assets and digital currency.
You got Darren Moore here, putting it right in front of your face, ladies and gentlemen. Do you need context? Do you need bifocals? Do you need binoculars? Let's go.
And trying to dive deep into this technology to get away from dollar hegemony. Now, this says that it's in Switzerland, right? So Silo is in Switzerland, and Metaco is also working with Standard Chartered.
Goodness gracious!
Investor/RippleNet user, and they're all kind of interlinked using this platform. Now, Temenos, as you may remember, Temenos was this really big deal. Temenos right here, Meet the Marketplace by Temenos. And they built a platform with Metaco called Metaco Silo. And Metaco Silo is this like institutional hardware wallet / software. So they build digital assets for their banking clients. Now, when I dug into this PDF, I could have sworn there's a page that's being left out, but fortunately, I took a picture of it on my Patreon, and you can see it here.
First you research, then you research the research that you just researched, and then you buy. Shout out to Darren Moore and all of his work that he puts in.
That Metaco Silo is a cryptocurrency wallet management system that brings financial institutions to the crypto ecosystem. Now, this is pre-integrated with Temenos T24. So it's integrated with Temenos T24. Now, when I first got into the XRP community, it was a big deal to hear about Temenos because of this document. Deloitte showcases integration of Ripple technology into
Hello. So I will leave this video in the description below. I highly advise you to go check it. Coming in hot from Babish Tacker. Join now Into the Sea, introducing Into the Sea XDC's new community forum. While we work on the marketplace update, dive into the Web3 community where you can connect, share ideas, and explore all Web3. And this coming in hot from Good Morning Crypto. Worldwide, I think the most influential person in the chair of the SEC, Gary Gensler, is the one person who can provide the playbook. Look at this joke here.
I think the most influential person in the industry is the chair of the SEC. And the entire, Gary Gensler, and the entire industry pretty much is waiting to see what Gensler will do. And Gensler is pretty much the one person who could provide a playbook or a set of rules of the road that would cause this industry to move forward. And
no, he's not. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I let you go, coming in hot from Sean of the Woke, take a look at this list here. Sean of the Woke, Mentio, and mentioned lawyers do not do spelling mistakes. If you slide on down here, read the footnote. Exhibit 220 is part of SEC emails. XRP is mentioned and that there are reasonable grounds. XRP doesn't satisfy all Howey factors. Huge.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the swift, keep it walking. Respect your elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in these streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain.